The bus is one of the most used transportation system in our country. Most commuters today, except for jeepney rides, rely on bus as their most convenient mode of transportation. Commuters have no choice but to deal with their day-to-day struggle on riding a bus. It's either there is no available ride, or if there's one available, there are no seats left and commuters have no choice but to stand during the whole trip. This is why our group aims to develop a web-based application of bus booking system. So, what features does the system offer? The system offers information about the bus including seat availability, bus routes, possible pickup places, and many other features including health guidelines, frequently asked questions, and even the option for users to submit reviews. There are other additional things that the app can perform, but what makes it the finest is that commuters have the complete control over the app. Who are the target commuters? The system is designed for commuters that rides the Gilmore to Taytay and Taytay to Gilmore route. With the help of this application, users will now be able to travel more easily without having to wait for buses that wait at each stop point. Also, because of Point Bus, they don't need to be forced to stand on a bus during the whole commute trip just because all seats are occupied and they don't have enough time to wait for another bus to come. Drivers, with their operators, will also be able to save time since they don't need to stop on each and every bus stops to wait for passengers. With the help of this app, they can easily navigate and discover where pickup locations has a commuter waiting. Point Bus app not only provides convenience for passengers but also improves bus company efficiency by minimizing the usage of traditional manual operations.
So what are the objectives of the application? Point Bus application aims to achieve the following. To be able to create an application where users can reserve a bus ticket from Taytay-Quiapo Taytay route. To provide a software application that supports the project and can handle all of the time-consuming processes associated with a traditional bus booking system. To give freedom to potential passengers to book a bus anytime they want without hassle. Next is to provide an efficient travel to everyone by developing an application with quality customer experience using real-time operation. Next is to ensure that bus online booking continue to work effectively and it is convenient for all passengers.
Now, let's talk about the features of the application. The following are the features of the Point Bus booking system. First is the sign-in or sign-up. The sign-in or sign-up is available after the users launch the application. To access the program, the user must first create their account before they can log in. When users log into their account, they can now make a booking on the booking screen. So what are the features of our booking screen? The first thing the booking screen will ask you is to choose what bus transport are you trying to book. There are two choices on the bus transport. It's either the user is booking southbound Taytay to Gilmore or northbound Gilmore to Taytay. After choosing your bus transport, you can now book your ride. The booking screen contains the location, time, and payment option. In here, users will be requested to input their pickup and reserve location. From is where they will be picked up, and to is where they plan to book. You no longer need to worry where the bus will pick you up once you've made a reservation because pickup location is available in the application. Users can choose their pickup location so that the system knows they are there. Users will then select their desired time of pickup. When they are done choosing their time and place, the total amount will be displayed. Next is the seat. Seats can also be chosen. Users can select their preferred seating location. Taken and selected seats are also displayed so the users know what seats are still available. When you are done choosing your seat, you can now pay your reservation. The payment screen will provide the details of the booking such as location information, scheduled time, preferred seats, and the total amount. Users can pay and buy their ticket after reviewing the booking details. Take note that the Point Bus app only accepts GCash as payment at the moment. When you are done paying, receipts are provided by the app. This will help Point Bus have an accurate, and at the same time, users can also use these receipts as proof if there is an issue with their booking and they can refund. In addition to the booking screen, the Point Bus app creates a profile screen for its users. What are the features of the profile screen? The profile screen includes a health guidelines. Point Bus has provided its users with a set of health guidelines so that we know what safety steps we need to take when using public transportation. There is also a COVID-19 FAQs. Of course, we understand that some new users may have questions about the app or the new processes for using public transportation. And that is why Point Bus has also established 8 COVID-19 FAQs. These features gives a quick answer to the user's question. We value and appreciate our users and we'd want to hear about your experience with the app. This will help us improve Point Bus, which is why reviews are also included on the profile screen. User suggestions and complaints will help the developers exactly what the users want. Point Bus, like many current booking applications, includes a map screen. This will allow users to view the available routes. The map screen will display the bus routes from Taytay to Gilmore, southbound, and Gilmore to Taytay, northbound.
And now for the limitation. Of course, we have restrictions just like any other program. Discussing and informing our users about the limitations not only demonstrate our transparency within the app, but it also assures users about Point Bus capability. And we, Group 1, wants to provide not only an effective system that will help commuters, but also a realistic one that meets everyone's expectations. So what are the program limitations of our Point Bus system? The program limitations are: number 1, the system is only for commuters going from Taytay Gilmore, Gilmore Taytay, and the places in between. Number 2, the system doesn't have direct conversation with the customers. The only contact the system and the customers will have is through their feedback from the review feature. And number 3, Point Bus only accepts e-payment or cashless payment. Number 4, like a normal booking system, if customers from different locations book on the system simultaneously, the program might experience bugs or technical issues. We're now going to show you the demo tour of our app Bus Point.
So good day everyone, I am Darnell Gray Saluta and this is the Bus Point project in Android Studio. So as you can see, this is the login screen or login activity in our project. So the requirements for login and sign up in Android is essential and it is the same as it for any website or software Android application. It is purpose to authenticate its users in order to protect their private content and provide them with a personalized experience. Login is essential required for the program to determine whose user is making the request and then offer relevant information to him or her. So this is our Bus Point project as you can see, and we declare the username and password inputs. In addition, there is a button to create user account. They are a type of security mechanism that we put and it is prevent the unwanted access to sensitive data. So when a login fails because the username and password do not match the user account, the user is denied access. So we also include an error message if the user enters an erroneous credential or invalid credential. It will show beneath the current text view and assist the user in notifying and changing the input information. So when we click the enter, it will go now to the main activity itself. But before that, we will go in the sign in activity. So I will click the create account. So now, this is the sign up activity screen of our project. So the way to create a user account in our bus project is to sign up. And the customer can use sign up forms for additional information about your company and to remain up speed on the newest product and services of our project. So we provide username, email, password, and confirm password. So as you can see, there is a user validation requirements for creating a BusPoint account. So we built this up similarly to previous sign up or other application that we use in sign up activity. And also by providing users with the sense of identity and personal storage space. So the user account can enhance retention and assist user in transitioning across devices of platforms and create possibilities to increase engagement and investment from users. It is a vital note that this information will be stored in an SQL-like database, and it ensures that the user account is held and backed up to the database so that the information used in our project is preserved. We also provide a login account button, as you can see, and if the user has already an account, they will go to the login account screen and it will proceed to the login process. And the enter button here in the sign up form is used to register the user account. And now we will fill up the form in the sign up activity. As you can see, the username, I will input Yom. And the email is yomari@gmail.com. For the password, I will use Yom Asya. And for the confirm password is also Yom. And now we will enter the sign up. So as you can see, this is the notify of the password error. Password must have at least one uppercase letter. Since I do not include an uppercase letter in the password. But before that, we will clear all the given fill up form if the validation of the error is correct. Since there is no inputs in the fill up form, I will enter now. So as you can see, all the error notification is also shown. So enter your username, enter your email, enter your password, and enter your confirm password. So it validates that the user must enter an invalid or unvalid credential. So the username, for the email, for the password, it must have an uppercase letter. And now we will proceed to enter. So as you can see, there is a pop-up message that registered successfully, and the project will go now here in the sign-in screen or sign-in activity. So now we will enter without any fill-up form in the sign-in if there is a validate of the credential. So as you can see, there is also an error notified that the user needs to input in username and password. And it shows that enter your username and enter your password. And now I will input other username so that it validates if there is a username in the database in our project. So I will now input Dari and the password is Saluta. So now I will enter and it shows that invalid username and invalid password since we don't have any Daryl in the database account. And we will proceed to the registered account that I used in previous activity. And I will now error the password since it validates also invalid credential since I put other invalid password. And I will now correct the fill up forms in this sign-in activity. So now, the username is Jom and the password is capital J of Jom Osasha. And now, the project will go to the home screen activity of the bus point. And this is presented by Joshua Esperanza.
After signing in, the user will be redirected to our home screen or the main screen, in which the user can choose whether to book a trip southbound Taytay to Gilmore or northbound Gilmore to Taytay. And later, we will show you the screen that will appear when a user selected their preferred bus trip. Below, we can see our bottom navigation bar, and it consists of 3 fragments: the home screen, the profile screen, and the map screen. So let's click the profile screen. In here, the profile screen, we can see that there's a text or message about "Hello Jom." Jom, since Jom is the registered username that we entered earlier. And inside the profile screen, we can see 3 buttons, which is the health guidelines, COVID-19 frequently and answered questions, and leave a review, and the logout. First, let's click the health guidelines. In this screen, we can see different ways on how users can prevent COVID-19 inside, during, or after the bus trip. It's just an infographics that will help the user for the prevention of COVID-19. And next, let's go back to our profile screen and click the second button, which is the COVID-19 frequently and answered questions. In here, we have different questions, and as we click each one, it has its own answer to it. So when a user have a concern, they can just go in this screen, their questions will be answered. And now let's go back to the profile screen. For the last button in the profile screen, the leave a review. Just like the normal review panel to every apps, we can rate the app with 5 stars, and let's try rating it 4.5. And now we have the rating of 4.5 just by clicking the middle 5th star, so that 4.5 will appear. And we can also write a review. Now we can publish our feedback. It will appear. And that's it. Let's now go back to our profile screen and check the last fragment, which is the map screen. In the map screen, we can see the destinations that later will appear on the booking screen. But when a user just wants to check the price, they can just easily go to the map screen. Let's now check and go back to the home screen and understand the whole function of the app by clicking one of the buttons. Let's try the southbound. And this will be discussed by Jo Marie Osasha. Thank you.
After choosing your terminal in the home screen, you will be redirected to the booking screen, wherein you will select your drop point and the schedule of your bus. In the booking screen, users must choose a destination, the date and the time of the departure. If the users do not select a destination, the schedules can be shown. So First, the users must select a destination. Here, the terminal is already defined, which is Tikling Taytay, since we have chosen southbound. When we have chosen northbound, the terminal will be from Gilmore. So let's back. So users must first select a destination. If users didn't select a destination, the schedules won't be shown. So let's try Medical Ortigas. So if the user select a time or schedule of the bus without selecting a date, users can't go to the booking to the bus seat, and there will be a toast saying please choose a date. So once the user chose a date and a destination, which is this Vertical Ortigas, and July 9, 2022, which is the day-to-day, they can now select a booking in order to select a seat. But if the schedule that they have selected are already passed, there will be a toast saying booking unavailable. So since they have chosen July 9, 2022, which is the day-to-day, and chose 4 o'clock to 4:30 a.m., there will be a toast saying booking unavailable. Booking unavailable. And if the user click or choose another destination or drop point, the location will be changed and the price will be changed. So there we can see that it is changing. So let's try to click again Medical Ortigas, and if the user choose the unavailable time and available date, let's try 10 o'clock. There they will proceed to the select a seat screen. So in the select seat screen or bus seat screen, users can select a seat that is available. There are legends that show which seat is available or not. The black seats show the unavailable seats and the white seats show the available seats, as per said in the legend. There are 13 seats available and 12 seats unavailable due to social distancing protocol. So there, you can see that they are not next to each other. They are 1 seat apart. And companies can add more seats according to their buses. Users can click a black seat for an available seat and can proceed if they didn't select an available seat. So let's go back. $10 o'clock. So since they didn't select an available seat, they can click next. So if the user clicks a seat that is available, it would change to a red seat, and the seat before and the seat number will be shown. So we can see seat number 1, seat number 2, seat number 3, 13, 12, 10. If the user chose another seat, it would change to a red seat, and the seat before will be reverted to white. So as you can see, seat number 1, so we can, if we click seat number 2, seat number 1 will be white, and the seat number will be changed accordingly. So once the user chose an available seat and click next, they will proceed to the payment screen. So we choose number 2, seat number 2. In the payment screen, the users can see the bus ticket. Here they will see their terminal, which is Pickling Taytay, and the drop point destination, which is the Vertical Ortigas. They can also see the departure time and their seat number and the price of the booking. The price of the booking. So the mode of payment can be updated according to the client's wish, and various APIs can be integrated into it, like GCash. If the user clicks the buy ticket button, the payment will be processed and they will be proceed to the receipt screen. The receipt screen will be presented by Daryl Saluta.
So now, for the receipt screen activity in our BusPoint project, so our receipt activity is look like this. As you can see, receipts are essential for organization, since they aid in maintaining complete and accurate records. Receipt enables firm to keep the tracks of all the expenses and serve as a vital proof in the events of a tax audit of our user or customer. So this is a receipt in GCash form. So as you can see, the user's information is displayed in the screen along with the amount they paid. Our receipt screen also include the date, reference number, and user detail account. We choose GCash as a payment method because it is a common transaction and provide convenience when paying. This is a validation to determine whether the user is paid or not in our BusPoint project. And in the upper right corner, there is also a button that its function is to return to the project of the home screen activity in our BusPoint. And now it will tackle by Jomari Osasha the other informations of our project.
So since we have booked a schedule for southbound before, if a user books another for that same date and same time and same terminal, whether the destination is different and the drop point is different, we will ride that same bus. So if we have chosen Green Hills before, we have chosen Vertical Ortigas. If we have chosen Green Hills and chose July 9 today and 10 to 10:30 p.m., the price is different, but we have chosen that same schedule. So if we choose that, as you can see, the seat that the user before is already taken, and we can see that we can choose a seat, available seat, but we can choose that seat that is taken by another or already taken. So if we choose seat number 4, we can proceed to the payment screen. But let's see if we have chosen another schedule. If we have chosen another schedule, we can see that seat number 2 is not taken. Since this is another schedule, so this bus is different from the schedule of 10 o'clock to 10:30. So we can see that there are no users that have chosen a seat or book a bus for this schedule. So next, you can see in the payment screen the infos, the ticket. So my ticket, success, taken seat. So there the receipt and your name and email. So if we choose northbound and click the same schedule, let's click the same schedule, which is 10 o'clock to 10:30, but we have chosen northbound, so we are from Gilmore. So as you can see, there are no seat that is taken or unavailable because this is a different bus than that one in the southbound and 10 o'clock to 10:30. It is the same for 8 o'clock to 8:30, which we have chosen a little earlier, a while ago. So here, this is a different bus from that southbound. But if we have chosen that southbound, July 9, so let's go Rodriguez, 15 pesos. Oops, I right click. So 15 pesos, let's go 21 pesos Rosario. So let's choose that 8 o'clock to 8:30, which we choose a while ago. Here we can see that is already taken, that the seat we have bought earlier from the 8 o'clock to 8:30 schedule of southbound, and the 10 o'clock to 10:30 schedule, you can see that seat number 2 is taken. So that is all from our cut mo yun. So let's choose in the northbound Brookside Drive. Let's choose July 10. The dates in the booking screen are current date, and up to the next 3 days, which is the July 12. So when the date is, when tomorrow comes, these dates in the choose date will be refreshed according to the current date, and this will become July 10, and the last button will become July 13. And select as book, buy ticket, success. Then the final button that we will review is this logout. With logout, the user will be logout. So this JOM will be logout. And they will proceed, the screen will proceed to the sign in, and if you click back, we can see that the activity for the profile screen, we will not go back to that profile screen since we have already logged out. So there, we click, we're back now to the sign in.
Thank you for listening. That's all for Group 1's presentation and demo tour, Bus Point System.